All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal, Quikdash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book of the Bible. All right, so let's get into this lesson. I want to start off with Luke 26, and forgive me if there's a lot of wind. All right, because it's very windy today, and I'm outside, so if you hear a lot of wind, pardon me. All right, but anyway, let's just get it, man. All right, so this is Luke 17 and 26. As it was in the days of Noah, all right, Noah being Noah, all right, in the New Testament he's known as Noah, right? As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. All right, the days of the Son of Man is talking about now, here in these latter times, in these last days. All right, just like how it was in the days of Noah. What did Noah do? He prophesied. He prophesied of the destruction that was to come, all right, which was the flood. All right, and that's what the true prophets of the Lord are doing in this time. All right, because there's nothing new under the sun. We're prophesying unto you the destruction that's getting ready to come. All right, the great hell and misery and suffering and mourning and sorrow and anguish that's getting ready to come upon America. All right, we're prophesying unto you the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right, and we're prophesying of the nuclear destruction that is to come. So just like how Noah prophesied, all right, there's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. So as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. All right, because what the prophets are doing, they're prophesying of this destruction. All right, and as Noah prophesied of destruction, no one listened, man. All right, no one listened, man. All right, while Noah was prophesying, everybody was just going about their everyday lives. All right, acting like everything is all normal. Nothing is normal, man. Prophecy is being fulfilled right before your eyes. Everything that the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord have been prophesying, it is now coming to pass. You see it right before your eyes. All right? The time of Jacob's trouble, you see it starting up, you see it brewing up, and everybody's just going about their everyday lives, their business every day. They're going to work, watching TV, watching sports. Like everything is all normal. Nothing is normal, man. America is literally getting ready to be set on fire. But hey, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of man. Everyone's just, cooling and shit, man. Still can't see it. Because that's that strong delusion and gross darkness that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, has the people of this earth in, man. Because only the elect know what's going on, man. The true prophets and the true servants of the Lord. I say we humbly, all right, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Rataza, I am of the elect. I am one of the Lord's true chosen prophets. We know what's going on, man. We have the 100% truth. We have all the answers. We know the ins and the outs, man. Because it's the Lord that gave us this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding of his word. Everything comes from on high. All right, and the scriptures talk about everything. The scriptures lets us know what's about to happen, how it's going to happen. Not every crack and crevice, detailed. All right, but we know who's going to be involved and how World War III is going to play out a little bit. All right, but anyway, let's keep reading. All right, So it says, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. All right. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage unto the day that Noah entered into the ark. Yeah, and that's what everyone's doing now. As the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord are prophesying, all right, destruction is brewing up, man. You know? You people are like it says right here, verse 27 again, it says, they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage unto the day that Noah entered into the ark. All right, and that's what people are doing. And now they're going to the clubs, right? As if World War III is not starting, as if World War III is not brewing up, as if the prophecy that the true prophets in the Lord, the true prophets and servants of the Lord have been prophesying, as if it's not coming to pass now. You know, like the time of Jacob's trouble is not getting ready to pass. You people are just out here drinking and making merry and eating and partying and going to clubs and like nothing is like America's not to be is not getting ready to be set on fire or nothing, man. You know, you bro, you people are done out here. Straight up. You know? So it says they did eat, they drank, they married wives, and that's what people are doing now. Just like it was in the days of Noah, that's what people are doing now. There's nothing new under the sun. The same generation that was back then is this generation now. The same people that were back there when Noah was prophesying are the people here now that are hearing the prophets prophesying, and it goes and it's going in one ear and out the other, just like it did in the ancient world. You know, Noah prophesied of the flood, and so the prophets here today prophesying of the flood. But the flood that's getting ready to pass is not a flood of water; it's a flood of fire, known as the second death in the Bible. All right, the first death was the flood. All right, during the time of Noah, the second death is the nuclear destruction that's getting ready to fall upon this earth. All right, so while you people so while the true prophets and the servants of the Lord, all right, while the true prophets and the servants of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai are prophesying, you people are eating, drinking, making merry, all right, giving into marriage, watching sports, clubbing, partying. Like everything is all normal, going about your everyday business. Can you not see that destruction is on its way? You know? All right. So again, it says they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage unto the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man, in this time. Everyone is going to see the elect back then was Noah and his sons. All right, eight people. All right, Noah, his wife. All right, his sons and their wives. All right, that's 8 people. So just the elect was saved back then when this flood came. The elect is going to be saved this time when the nuclear destruction comes and destroys them all. Again, let's read it again. Verse 27. Luke 17 and 27, it says, they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. So just like how they did all that during Noah's time, they're doing that now. They're partying, they're marrying and drinking, eating, having fun, right? Until that nuclear destruction is going to come and destroy them all. Everyone is going to be destroyed, man. Everyone is going to be destroyed. If you're not of the elect, you're going to drown in that nuclear fire. All right? And the other nations, they're going to be destroyed too, because they're not going to be saved. They're going to be destroyed no matter what. You know? So let's keep reading. It says, verse 28. Verse 28, it says, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. All right, and that's all they're doing in this time. All right, They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. Verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven. And is America not Sodom? All right, America is spiritual Sodom. When you read Revelation 8, not Revelation 8, Revelation 11. All right, America is known as spiritual Sodom. All right, so ancient Sodom got destroyed by fire and brimstone. What you think modern day Sodom, what's going to happen to modern day Sodom? In modern day Sodom, Babylon, aka America, is worse than ancient Sodom ever was. So if ancient Sodom got destroyed by fire and brimstone, what you think is going to happen to America? And it is going to happen to America because it's prophecy. The fire and brimstone that's going to rain upon America is going to be the nuclear missiles that are going to be shot off in this third world war. And what did the Lord say? All right, it was more tolerable for Sodom than it is for that in that day. Let's get it. Let's get that real quick. All right. It is more tolerable for Sodom than it is in that day for that city. KJV. And that's Yahushai speaking. All right. Let's get it real quick. All right. Matthew 10 and 15. All right. Let's get it like this. Matthew 10 and 15. Let's get it. All right. Matter of fact, let's start at I'll start at verse 15. And this is Yahushai speaking. All right. This is Yahushai speaking. This is Matthew 10 and 14. It says, and whosoever, matter of fact, let me get out the blue letter real quick. All right. All right. Matthew 10 and 15, you can see these words are in red. So this is Yahushai speaking. All right, Matthew 10, I start at verse 14. It says, and whosoever shall not receive you nor hear your words when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Yeah, so when we prophesy and people walk past, they don't pay no mind, you know, it doesn't bother us. We're shaking the dust of our feet because we did what we were commanded. We did what we're supposed to do, right? It doesn't matter if you don't believe what we're telling you. All right, what does it say in the book of Romans, the 3rd chapter? All right, what if some did not believe? Would that make the faith of the Most High without none effect? Yeah, so just because if you don't believe, that doesn't mean what we're telling you it isn't true. That doesn't mean that these prophecies aren't going to come to pass. It just you wasn't meant to believe because you're not part of the elect and you were meant to be destroyed. All right. So it says, and whosoever shall not receive you nor your words, right, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Yeah, so we shake the dust of our feet, man. You know, we keep it moving. We keep it pushing. All right. You know, so it says, verse 15, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom of Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. All right. So, you know, the way Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. All right. It was destroyed so bad that till this day, nothing can grow on that land. The Lord left it a heap. The Lord left it full of ashes, right? But the Lord said, but Yahushua said it's going to be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than it is for America, man. You know, for any part of America that didn't receive your word, you know, it says, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. You know, the way America is going to be destroyed is going to be leaps and bounds of what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Lord destroyed that land so bad that till this day nothing can grow in that land. When you read I think it's Second Esdras. Let's get it real quick. Yeah, I got it right here. So it says Second Esdras, the second chapter, starting at verse 8. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Assur," and America's the modern day Assyria, right? So woe be unto Assyria, America. When you read Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, all right, America is known as the land of the Assyrians, right? So it says, "Woe be unto thee, Assur," which is America, all right? "Thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee," all right? "O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah." Yeah, the Lord is saying, you remember what I did to that place, right? All right, it says verse 9, "Whose land lieth in clods of pitch and heaps of ashes." All right, so the Lord left that place in, a heap, a heaps of ashes, man. So what you think he gonna do to America, right? So let's go back, man. All right, let's go back. All right, let's get go back to Luke 17 and all right, let's get it. All right, so it says Luke 17 and 26, "As it was in the days of Noah," which is Noah, "so shall it also be in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all." So Noah was prophesying of the flood to come, but they didn't listen. They were partying, eating, drinking, and marrying, just like how we're doing now. We're prophesying of destruction now. And what they're doing, they're turning the other way, going about the business, goes in one ear after the other. They look at us like we're bugged out, right? They looked at Noah like they were bugged out. What you mean, rain? Because it never rained before during that time. This man talking about rain or a flood coming. They thought he was bugged out, just like they think we're bugged out. Oh, they think nuclear missiles are going to hit America. They think they're going to get beamed up in the chariots to escape the nuclear fire. Oh, they crazy, man. No. See, just like it was in the days of Noah, just like it's going to be in that time now. All right. So it says, "They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded." All right. "But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all." And that's exactly what's going to happen again in this time, man. All right, the fire and brimstone this time, which is going to come from the nuclear destruction in this third world war, the nuclear missiles that are going to hit America, that's going to pelt America, all right, is going to destroy them all, man. All right, verse 30, it says, "Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed." So just like how fire and brimstone made it rain, rained on Sodom and Gomorrah in Lot's time, all right, fire and brimstone is going to rain in modern day Sodom, spiritual modern day Sodom, which is America. All right, it's going to be in this time now, the time that Yahweh Shai is getting ready to crack that sky. This is the time now. We're going to see Yahweh Shai's return, man. It's not going to happen 30 years from now. It's not going to happen 1,000 years from now. It's already been over 2,000 years since the Yahweh Shai died on that cross. We're not going to have to wait another 1,000 years or 2,000 years, man. You know? Like whatchamacallit said, Alazar, who was the leader of Sakari. All right, which the Lord bugged that man out, and Sakari's no more. The Lord got rid of Sakari. You don't hear about Sakari no more, or them going out to the highways. That camp is no more, man. The Lord bugged them out, man. Went back into the world because that dude was proud, man. Very proud. And the scriptures say, pride cometh before destruction. Woo! All right. Verse 30, it says, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. That's right. Right when Yahweh Shai cracks that sky, nuclear destruction is going to be pelting this earth. This earth is going to be flooded with fire. And that's the Lord that's doing it, man. And Yahweh Shai himself is coming with fire. All right, when you read Luke, Luke, let's get it. Luke 12. All right, Luke 12 and 49. Right, these are the words of the Messiah, Yahweh Shai. Luke 12 and 49. It says, "I am come to send fire on earth," and that's what the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is doing with the nuclear missiles. Right, it's going to be the nuclear missiles and Yahweh Shai and the angels simultaneously destroying and flooding this earth with fire, especially here in America. All right? He's going to add onto the fire that the nuclear missiles are causing upon this earth. All right? So it says, Luke 12 and 49, "I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it already be kindled?" So he's saying, imagine what I'm going to do if it's already on fire. He's just going to add unto the nuclear destruction, because the Lord is coming with his own fire as well. All right? Concentrated fire is going to be shooting out of the chariots, man. Destroying everything. Yahweh Shai and the chariots are coming with their own destruction. The chariots are going to destroy too as well, alongside with the nuclear missiles on this planet Earth, especially here in America, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. All right, I think that's Zechariah, all right, the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Zechariah 5, and I'll start at verse 1. All right, so it says, Zechariah 5 and 1, it says, "Then I turned and lifted up my eyes." All right, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll." All right, a flying roll. All right, that flying roll is talking about a chariot. He said he looked up, he lifted up his eyes and he saw a flying roll. What was it in the sky that he saw flying? What was that flying roll? A chariot. There was no such thing as blimps back then, or helicopters, or airplanes, right? That was a so-called UFO he seen. That was a chariot that he seen, right? And verse 2, it says, "And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits." So he describing the length, the size of the chariot. Right? Verse 3, "Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth." All right? Because Yahweh Shai is going to cover this whole sky, man. All right? When he returns, a giant chariot is going to cover the entire sky, man, to the point where you can't see where it starts or it ends. All right? So it says, "Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth." Yeah, because this earth is going to be destroyed by the chariots. Yahweh Shai, the chariots that Yahweh Shai and the angels are going to come upon. All right, when Yahweh Shai returns with the angels, right? "Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it." All right. Verse 4, "I will bring it forth, save the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." All right, and the house of the thief is America, man. All right, this whole land was stolen. All right, This entire land was stolen by the Native Americans, which were Israelites. All right, which are Israelites. All right, from the tribe of Gad of the nation of Israel. All right, and Esau Edom, this being his empire, you know, all he knows is death. You know, taxation is death. You know, it says, I will bring it forth, save the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Yeah, so all of America is going to be destroyed. Everything here is going to be burnt up, man. You know? So, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. So just as it was in the days of Noah, it's going to be in this time now. Noah was prophesying, and that's excuse me, I'm a little excited. It says, you know, as Noah's prophesying, you know, everybody was just going about their business. Like, everything's all normal. You know, people eat, partying, drinking, marry, having fun, doing this, doing that. Like as if nuclear missiles are not going to hit this earth. All right? In months. You know? All right? So I was about to get a scripture, kind of just left my mind. You know, Lord willing, they'll come back in a few seconds. If not, I'll just end the video. Hold on a sec. Alright, I'll just leave it at that because, you know, the scripture I was going to get kind of left my mind like that. You know? Alright, so, you know, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, all right, or was edifying. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, this lesson is or was edifying. All right, call Haloyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim